What I'm about to show you guys today is probably one of my largest redstone machines to date. There are a handful of different circuits all working together to do one simple little thing. What's up, agents? Zero here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Pocket Edition Redstone video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys this 7-segment display. So basically, if you don't know what a 7-segment display is, basically if you have any sort of digital clock in your house, I'm pretty sure all of you at least have some sort of digital clock in your house. Basically, it displays a number, and the number that's shown depends on the bar segments that are currently turned on. That's basically what this is. The 7 segments that are here are the 3 horizontal segments, and then there are 2 on either side. So a segment here to here, here to here, and the same on the other side, here to here, and then here to here. So that's the 7 segments, and it's meant to display a number. It's all controlled by this button right here. So as you can tell, it's displaying the number 0 right now. If I go ahead and press this button, you guys can hear a whole bunch of pistons firing, and it displays the number 1. If I go ahead and press it again, it now displays the number 2. And I'm just going to go through every single number on here just to show you guys that it is in fact functioning, and going through every single number there is total. So we've already gone up to 6 now. So up next will be 7. I don't know why I decided to wait. So next will be 8. And then 9. And then last but not least, goes all the way back down to 0. Now, unfortunately, I am not going to be doing a tutorial on this thing just because of how massively complicated all the redstone is. But I will at least go ahead and show you guys what exactly is going on with it. So this is all the redstone that's going on with it. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So let me go ahead and explain how this is all working. So we have ourselves our button, which is all the way over here, which links up to this piece of redstone dust and this piece of redstone dust right here. And then we've also got a button back here, which is just mainly so that you guys can see all the redstone in action from behind. So here's how this all works. If I go ahead and press this button, it activates this piston down here. What this piston is doing, this is creating what is known as a monostable circuit. Monostable circuit is basically any circuit that takes any form of redstone signal. It can be a complete on signal, or it can be a pulse, and it shortens it down to a really short pulse. In this case, this piston monostable circuit is creating a 1-tick pulse. Now, it doesn't matter the fact that this repeater is set to 1 tick. It's 1 tick regardless of what that repeater is set to. So here's what's going on. Once this circuit activates, it goes through this set of repeaters, which goes around to this piston feed tape. This is what is known as a piston feed tape. Basically, a piston feed tape will take these blocks and cycle them around basically in a circle. If that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, because Minecraft doesn't have any circles. So for me, as you guys possibly see, all the pistons fired and the blocks have all moved around. Then again, it's kind of hard to tell when the blocks are actually moving around because it's a combination of glass blocks and cauldrons, so it's a little bit more difficult to see if there's any change whatsoever, and I don't blame you guys for thinking that. So basically, here's what's going on. So the first thing that's happening is redstone signal is traveling to this set of pistons right here, and it's also going around to this side, and there's a set of repeaters going right here, which then fires off these pistons. Then they retract, and then next these pistons fire, and these pistons fire at the exact same time, and that's what's creating the cycling effect around as far as the blocks are concerned. Now, for the rest of it, basically what these cauldrons are doing, because there's water inside of these cauldrons, is giving off a comparator output, and each of these comparators and tapes are representing a completely different part of the actual display itself. So this top one right here, if we follow the redstone, is linked all the way to this top row of redstone lamps. If we go around to the second comparator, it's going around to the top right side of the redstone lamps, and it basically does the exact same thing a total of 7 times. I'm not going to go through what each of the comparators is actually going to, but you at least get the idea. So it's going all 7 segments of it so that you guys can at least see what the numbers are. And I'll be completely honest, the actual filling of the tape itself took me the longest for me to set up. I know that sounds a bit weird considering how often I do redstone, but that's completely the truth. It took me the longest to be able to set up all the cauldrons with the water. And part of the problem that I had with the cauldrons, the water, is towards the end, I had to break some cauldrons that were already in place because I was rotating them around, because I would have one number set up, I'd press the button, the next number would be completely blank, so I'd have to completely set up the cauldrons for the next number, do it again, get another blank, fill in, just like that. And once it came down to like 8 or 9, because I did 0 first, I had to end up destroying some of the cauldrons that were already in place in order for me to get some of the newer cauldrons in. And one of the annoying parts about working with cauldrons and water is that occasionally, if you're not careful, you will accidentally pour water down the side, and it destroyed all the redstone down here several times, so I had to rewire it several times. Then again, it's not complicated to wire it down here, so it wasn't too big of a problem. So you guys can understand what's going on with how hard this was. But yeah, that's basically how everything is all working. Now, there is going to be a world download in the description of this video. It's actually going to be to MCPE DL this time, because I figured more people than just the people who are subscribed to my channel are probably going to want to end up seeing this. That's why I'm going to be posting this to MCPE DL. And I also want to offer a challenge to you guys. So, other than the link to the download is being in the description, I also have another link in the description. If you guys are familiar, Gaming Cyclone, he's one of my YouTube friends, and we've been working on maps together. We've done a couple of video collabs together. Him and I actually created a personal Discord server that we run together. The link to that server will be down in the description. And here's the challenge that I'm gonna post to you guys. I want you guys to download this world and try to figure out how the redstone actually works and create a redstone tutorial for me, because honestly, the reason why I'm not doing a tutorial is strictly because of the sheer amount of redstone going on here, and that would take a long time to go ahead and do a video. In fact, it might take me even longer to explain how the how to set up the cauldrons and the piston feed there. That would take absolutely forever. That's part of the reason why I'm not going to be doing a tutorial. So if you guys are able to, if you guys download this world and are able to actually create a tutorial for me to watch, post it on YouTube and then post it on our Discord server, and then Gaming Cyclone and I will be looking at you guys' videos. You guys don't have to actually make the tutorials for us. This is just a little bit of a challenge that I wanted to post to you guys. But you know what? With that out of the way, this is where I'm going to end off the video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more, then make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPE0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Studios. Thank you guys for watching. And with that, I will see you guys later.